moving on to the bargain bin. As we do every week, we start with Epic Game Store, and our new policy has already had dividends. I don't know if you noticed, Swinny. Dungeons 3 is free at the moment. Is there something interesting about the fact that Dungeons 3 is free at the moment?
So there was a game that was shown up as being free for this week, last week, and normally we'd talk about the Epic games that are free this week and the ones that are coming up next week. And you mentioned, you know what? I'm sick of mentioning like next week because then we have to talk about it this weekend. We're just going to talk about what's available like for this week now. And I can't.
Oh, wait. Before you get to the punchline, what else did I say? You probably don't remember. I also said, and every now and then they change the lineup.
Oh.
I actually said that last week. Okay, every now and then they change the lineup. They might add a new free game, and then we have to talk about it anyway.
I was expecting adding. I wasn't expecting something to disappear because I can't see that game anywhere, and I can't even remember what it was called. But I can't see it anywhere.
Well, normally we would have it, but I deleted it. So Dungeons 3 is free right now. It's free for the week. I can't even remember what the game was meant to be, but they had another game that was meant to be free and then they pulled it. But normally when they do that, that game will be free eventually. Like, I don't think there's been one single instance where they've done this. And they've done it many times before. I don't think there's been one single instance where they haven't then made it free eventually.
See, I didn't know that had ever happened. I'd assumed that if you put something up there, it's kind of like set in stone. So I didn't realize that could have changed in the.
Yeah, they've done it a few times. And that's what I started to get worried about, that they're going to do that on us one week where they say one thing and then it's not free. And it's like, it feels like I almost need to do a correction or something. So I'm glad that we didn't do it. Like, we changed it at the perfect timing. So Dungeon 3 is free at the moment. It's hard to say. Jump on Epic and get it now. With Switch, you had a few games that you wanted to call out.
Yeah, so there's some highlights. So first, Quest of Dungeons is 89% off. So I actually really like this game. It's a little rogue. Very much a rogue-like. There's no persistent mechanics there, but you choose a class, you enter, and it's like you move square by square, explore dungeons and stuff, and get to the end after a run. Really cool. So that's 89% off until November 26th, and it's in Australian dollars or Aussie dollars, it's only $1.49. So that's really cool. My Time at Portia. So we talked about the sequel, My Time at Sandrock. So My Time at Portia last week. My Time at Portia is 75% off until November the 16th. Yoku's Island Express, which is a cool like pinball puzzle adventure game.
Pinball Metroidvania.
Yeah, pretty much. 75% off until the 16th. That's really cool. The Room, which seems to always been on sale. I'm sure maybe the other sequels and stuff are, but I'll just check this on because I'm playing through it at the moment. So The Room is 75% off until November 16th. That's only a few dollars, I think. That's actually a really cool first-person puzzle game where you have to like unlock all these puzzles in a box and stuff. Really, really neat to play on the Switch. The only annoying thing about it is that you have to use touch screen controls. So it's kind of like sometimes it doesn't like the setup that I want to do. I'm like, oh well, I can't really reach up to use it. So, but anyway. And the last thing I want to point out, and I didn't know about this game, but I've researched it now. Had you heard of Roombo First Blood?
No, but I'm surprised that they're able to even have that title.
I love it. So Roombo First Blood is about a Roomba that is that is like you have to kill like the people in the house. It looks so fun. It's 60% off until the 30th of November.
Have you got it?
No, but I'm probably going to pick it up because it's only probably $4 or $5 or something. But it looks really cool. It may end up not being a good game, but just when I watched the trailer of Roombo First Blood, it's such a funny idea. It's like the Roombo sets up traps to kill the residents in the home and stuff. It's cool.
Well,
cool idea.
I always find the Steam reviews to be the most accurate to what I like. And then I always have to adjust it if it's like some political thing as to why they got bad reviews. But it's got a very positive overall review.
There you go.
So that's good. That's really decent, dude.
Yeah. I don't know when it came out. I just saw it as in, maybe it's a new release game or it's been out for years. I don't know. Roombo First Blood just looks fun.
2019 last year.
Just looks really funny.
So it's pretty recent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool, actually. I still cannot believe they've gotten away with 2 puns in that name, and neither company is took them down. It's pretty impressive. For PlayStation, we don't really have anything to call out. We've already spoken about the games that are on PS Plus at the moment. Bug Snacks is going to be the one that people pick up shortly, so that's going to be interesting. People's reception. And Xbox.
Yeah, just one thing for this week for Xbox. So we've got a big addition to Game Pass as part of their new joint relationship with EA Play. I think it's EA Play. They keep changing the name in the past.
Yeah, I think it's EA Play now.
Is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is available from the 10th, so in a couple of days. Now, so you mentioned, so this is definitely on the Xbox console Game Pass. I was confused. I was trying to find if it was on PC Game Pass as well.
So it's coming to the Xbox Game Pass for PC and for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate in December. So a lot of these titles are coming in December. So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and also Doom Eternal is supposedly coming in December as well to PC.
Okay, so maybe we'll just mention it when that comes up in that week that it's available on the PC one.
We definitely will, because I'll be playing them.
Yeah.
So this is probably the first. This is a real test. I've got a 3-year trial and test with Game Pass Ultimate. This is probably the first one where I'm it's that good kind of this game's coming. It's the kind of. It's in that game that, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Obviously that's been challenged in the last, 5 years, 6 years, with recent movies that are coming out. Mandalorian's are fantastic, so that's kind of getting me back into it. But it came out, everyone said it's a really great game. It's one of those games that you probably add an extra point just because of Star Wars, if you're a big fan of Star Wars. And it's just also the kind of game I'm not going to go buy. I can't explain it. It's just, I don't know. It's not the kind of game that will get me past a threshold to go, yeah, I will buy it, but I know I'd like it.
And it's basically Metroid Dark Souls. What can go wrong?
Yeah, no, exactly. And then now the fact that it's and mixed in with Uncharted, but the fact that it's free as part of, and when I say free, it's a part of the lineup of Game Pass is just awesome. And it's this experience of it's coming out. It's okay, cool. And I think the way I need to approach it is because they go off, I probably just need to go, all right, I'm going to start playing it when it comes out.
So
near to that.
I have a question about this, and I don't know if you know if it's the case. I guess I'll be able to check on the 10th, but to access this game, do I have to, let's say, sign up and hand over my details to EA? That's what I wonder.
No. It's a good question, actually.
And the thing is, it wouldn't stop me from playing this game. I just wonder if, I'm just curious to know if part of this arrangement is that you also have to kind of sign up to an EA account to be able to access these particular games. Or does it just appear in the Game Pass library and you download it like any other one? I think I kind of questioned this maybe last time when we talked about it, but I just wonder, that's all. Yeah,
I don't think it's really clear at this stage.
Yeah.
I think it's it'd be one of those ones maybe we find out when it actually comes out,
Yeah, so there's also a couple of just quick PSAs about some server shutdowns. I generally talk about these in regards to Xbox, so I'm not 100% about the PlayStation side, but we've got World of Tanks on Xbox One. The servers are shutting down on the 7th of December. So if you're keen to, I guess, get the most out of that game while you can and, possibly get all the achievements, then you've got until the 7th of December to do that. And also Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, both the regular one and the Game of the Year edition, which is separate SKUs and achievement lists for Xbox One. Their servers are shutting down on 31st of December, but it's only one achievement that's affected. So one of those versions, I've actually got to get to that point to get that achievement. And that's just, hey, someone on your friends list has died to a certain enemy, so that enemy reappears in a map and you can get vengeance on them. So it's just that kind of part that you'll lose access to, or at least from an achievement standpoint. So just a couple of PSAs there.
Okay. And just going back to the EA Play stuff, like we'll know that pretty shortly, but I just skimmed through the T's and C's. It seems the way they've written it that it's just going to be a part of the Game Pass. Like you don't need to do anything extra.
Okay.
But you'll be able to test that out in the next few days, actually.
I wonder if they'll be sneaky. Terms of service have been updated. You click agree, and as part of that, it's like we will be sharing your information to EA. I reckon that's probably the way they'll do it.
Yeah, I'd be kind of surprised if they don't. Like, given it's EA, like EA is one of those publishers that, you know, is on the extreme end of the kind of capitalist model.
Yeah,
and they're just like, hey, it's free data. You know, I'm always shocked that in Epic, you know, in Epic when you download the free game, the default is you don't send your details to the developer or publisher. Like, I can't believe that's the default. Like, I always double check it because I feel like they're gonna flip that switch one day and I'm not going to notice it. And it's like, it's a double negative or something like that. So yeah, like, but yeah, it's interesting and we'll be able to check that out. But I cannot wait to play Doom Eternal and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on Game Pass Ultimate. So, but on PC, on the superior platform, obviously. So yeah, we'll see how that goes when that happens. And, Let's get into a special where we thought, you know, this episode wouldn't run that long, so we can do a special.